Right, welcome ladies and gents. Box office roundup. Captain America Brave New World is not doing very well. It's nowhere near as bad as they thought it was going to be by 2%. I mean, it's still pretty damn bad. So, yeah. Shall we take a look? Yes, we shall. This is an interesting way to wrap up Sunday. Just to take a look at the box office. It's one of those things that kind of tells us what the industry is going to do, I think. And the surprise hit of this weekend was The Monkey. I really liked it, actually. I thought it was a very good film. But anyway, that's what we're going to take a look at. Hit subscribe if you're new here. Do turn those bell notifications on. So Deadline always has the best reports on all of this stuff. And as such, we will use them as our reference for today. So Sunday AM right through. And yeah, although it is AM in Sunday, and now it's obviously PM, the likelihood is it's probably going to stay the same. Despite a B- cinema score and a post-holiday weekend, Captain America Brave New World isn't imploding to the degree of the Marvel's 78% drop, and not as much as Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania with 70% drop. It's got a 68% drop. I mean, it's still pretty damn bad because it had an abysmal opening weekend. It's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Also, where are you comparing it? Because you did the initial opening weekend across 5 days. Yes, ladies and gents, you heard that right. They did the opening weekend across 5 days. Not 3, typically. You know, they did it across a 5-day weekend. So is that a 68% drop from the full 5 days? Or the 3? Which is which? Because I do know as of Friday, I think it was Friday or Saturday, it had an over 80% drop from Friday to Friday or Saturday to Saturday. So I don't know. I'd have to have a look and sort of work it out a little bit deeper than what this quick video will allow me to do. But yes, no matter what way you look at it, 68% drop's not great. $28.2 million in its second weekend. It is pretty bad. So it says this, still for a movie that fans don't love, we'll take that hold. Why don't you try and figure out why people don't like it? Why don't you just be like, well, it's shit, but it's still not bad. That's an okay holdover for a shit film. It's like, no, that's terrible. What are you doing? Idiots. Brave New World was never expected to float like Deadpool and Wolverine. Yeah, obviously not. But it should have done relatively good for the franchise it sits within Marvel. They're like, or Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Why? They spent like $300 million on it. You'd think they'd want good money from it. If they spent 100, yeah, that's fine, I guess. But they didn't, did they? They obviously wanted it to do really well. And they're wrong as well. They're really wrong. So the pick counts a running total of 289.4 million worldwide, and break even off of 180 million production sits around 425. 180 isn't what that was what they initially quoted. It has cost more money than that, obviously. They just don't want to admit it, but obviously it costs more money than that. That's the initial production budget, and even this is a disaster. Even if you run off of $180 million, that's a disaster. Because their break-even at what they're saying there is 425. So, that's terrible. They're not... I don't think they're going to break even. I think... And also, that's, again, being super conservative. 425 is not the break-even point. It's much higher than that. But still, even if that is the break-even point, they're going... I mean, they're a lot off. Over $100 million off. Right, nearly $150 million off. They're going to struggle to hit that. Massively going to struggle to hit that. So I think they're going to bomb with that. But this is the surprise smash hit, I think. The real story of the weekend was Neon's The Monkey with a C+ cinema score. Which is good. You know, I mean, it's not a good cinema score, but I like this movie. So it's got a 2.5-star post-track. But it did $14.2 million opening. Now, I don't think they've got any quote for how much this film cost. But 14.2 million is good for Neon. And it's just good. Overall, it's good. This all comes at a time when Neon's Honora, in the wake of top wins at the Indie Spirits yesterday, and DGA and PGA, is barreling towards a potential Best Picture win at the Oscars. Sure, fine, whatever. But they say this. They've had a statement from them. This is a phenomenal debut for The Monkey. Masters of Horror Osgood Perkins, James Wan and Stephen King crafted a shocking thrill ride that has subverted the horror genre in a good way and created a raucous good time for audiences across the country. Our second collaboration with Osgood gave us the opportunity to create a campaign that embraced the fun of the film and the collective rush audiences would experience in the theatre. The Monkey is a singular film from a singular filmmaker. We look forward to it playing theatrically for weeks to come. I mean, good. I thought it was a decent film, so I'm not going to hate on it. I thought it was pretty decent. But it's done pretty well, like, overall. But we'll scroll through and take a look at the rest of the overall box office here. I need to watch Companion. I haven't seen that yet. I've heard good things about it. Overall, I've heard good things about it. But yeah, there's no... From what I can tell, there's no major... Well, I don't think that they've revealed how much The Monkey cost. Which is a bit annoying, really, because that's where you actually tell whether it's good or not. But Captain America Brave New World, domestic total is garbage. $142.2 million. I mean, that's bad. So Friday to Friday, it did an 82% drop off. And actually, as you can see here, yeah, 3-day weekend. So it's higher than a 68% drop. It's much higher than a 68% drop. Because they totaled the initial one at 5 days. Ridiculous. Well, I'm guessing. It's got 4,100 theatres it's playing in. That's mental. Absolutely mental. So it's not done well. It's not done well at all. What I'm really actually surprised with, Paddington in Peru is not doing well. 25.2 million in week 2. That's pretty bad. Well, total by week 2. That's pretty terrible. But I don't have much else to say, really. You can see Nizartu's not really doing great in America. Hearty Eyes is doing okay, or Heart Eyes is doing okay. 26.7 million. Not terrible. Mufasa is still playing. What? Why is that? Oh, okay, whatever. Anyway, point is, Captain America didn't do well, but The Monkey did. What do you think? Let me know down below. Take care. Bye-bye now.